And we have another guest, namely Ingrid Melinder, who's the former Dean of the School of Computer Science and Communication at KTH, the Royal Institute of Technology in Stockholm, which is this year the recipient of the de Blasio Award for the ICPC Live project. And Ingrid, you were one of the first and foremost supporters of all the ICPC-related work at KTH. Could you tell us a little bit about what made you interested in this?
So, thank you very much. It's really interesting to be here to the finals for the third time for me. I was in Tokyo and in Stockholm, of course, and now here. And I have been following a success story. And that was started some 10 years ago. I didn't expect anything about that day, but all of a sudden there was a young student standing in my room and said, "Why don't we have any KTH team in the Swedish championship in programming?" And I just looked at him and he said, "Will you pay the ticket to Linköping?" And that was to travel by train 200 kilometers. It was easy to say yes. And then the student said, "Well, I think we will win and then we can pay ourselves." Anyhow, the guy, he is sitting here, Fredrik Niemele. 7 years later, we were arranging the World Championship, and a KTH team had been to the final 7 years in a row, and that is extraordinary to start with just nothing. So that is really a success story, and there has been going on many things after that. I don't know if you want to put in more questions or ask me to continue.
Now, how does it feel now, sitting here 3 years after the World Finals was in Stockholm, seeing how the ICPC Live project and also the KTH project, the contest control system, how they both live on, two projects that both started at your school?
Yeah, so that's a part of the success story. And I will go a little further on, because there was an angry Fredrik that I saw because they didn't win. They got the second place, but they could go to the European North Region finals. And then they ended up with winning. And that was, I think, because the first team learned what you have to do to be a winner. And that was to start new things. And one was, you need a coach. You need to train and train and train. So at KTH, they build up a team and start practicing every week. And also they started a new course, an interesting course. I don't know the official name, but we call it Programming Under Press. And that was a success story to build up very many good programmers and contestants.
So basically, the participation in the ICPC contests turned into an academic course.
Yes. And then there was more going on. The team wanted to be that we should organize a World Championship, working very hard for that. And to start with, we were a part of the Swedish Championship, and then we arranged 2 regional finals, and then finally this World Championship in Stockholm. And then there should be something new. And within the KTH, there had been a new organization, and we started schools. That was ordinary in. That was not normal in Sweden by then. And one school was computer science and communication. And that has ended up in a success story because we have students in computer science, math, and also in media communication. And turn up to one thing is to be able to follow this championship all over the world live. And therefore we have this live. And of course I'm very proud. There is a team of over 20 to 30 persons being here, sending this alive. And very many are coming from KTH, another part of Sweden, and the rest of the world. And that's also what's going on with this competition. There will be a community all over the world.
Fredrik, what has it meant for both the competition side, participating in these contests, and also these projects, organizing the World Finals and ICPC Live and KTH? What has the support from people like Ingrid meant?
Well, it is impossible to do something like organizing the World Finals or starting of ICPC Live without full support from somebody at your home institution. It's simply not possible to do it. And we had great support from day one from Ingrid. I mean, the first few times we came over to her office with crazy ideas, she was always supportive and you know, giving us train tickets and whatever we needed to try to do stuff. We also had great support from our president, Anders Flodström.
Who's also here, by the way.
Who's also here somewhere. But yeah, it simply would not be possible to do things like that without support at that level.
So, Ingrid, how being here now, seeing the World Finals, is it still exciting?
Of course, it's still exciting, and there are one success story, other success story, but there is many things to be done. So, if you look around on the competitors, there are very few females, very few women, and that's something we are working with, and it's not so easy. So that's something we have to find a way to attract more females in this kind of competition. And some investigations says that female are not interested in competing. They want to collaborate. But this is about both, so it should work for sure.
Thank you very much for coming here, Ingrid, and wish you all the best. And once again, thank you for all your support.